How's it going, good people? I have had an issue with the truck. The battery, for whatever reason, I think maybe partially due to old age, has decided to have issues. And so now it is time to replace it. This is the procedure on changing the battery in a 2013 GMC Sierra. I have the 1500 model, but if you have, I believe, also the 2500 model, the steps are the same. I believe the 3500 model has two batteries, so those steps are slightly different. All right, so to show you where the battery is, so we're in the engine compartment, and that over there is the passenger side, and that's where the battery goes. If you have a two battery setup, you will have a second battery on this pan right here in front of the driver's side next to the fuse box, which is right there. So I'm going to go over here, and I already got a replacement battery. For this particular model, it is model number 48H6 from Advanced Auto Parts, and I've gotten about, I think, exactly 5 years out of this battery. I'm not sure if it's the summer heat or what the case is, but it's time for it to be replaced. So we'll go ahead and get that one out, starting by removing the positive terminal, and then we'll remove the negative terminal, and then there is a attachment somewhere. Okay, it's not on that side, but down there's a bolt that holds the battery in place, so that'll come out last. The nut here on the positive terminal, as well as the one on the negative terminal, which I've pushed over down to the side there, they are both 10 millimeters, and then the battery holder bracket that goes down there, which I've pulled out, this is a 13 millimeter. Now I believe I may still have to move this support here to get the battery out, unless you can finagle it to get it past this coolant reservoir. But I think I remember I had to take this out. So let's see. The old one has been taken out, and this is the new one. And the new one comes with, and I've already taken out, but there's usually like a plastic little tab there, and it goes to fill in the holes here on the top of the battery. So now that I've gotten the covers taken off, make sure you align it the correct direction, with this being the plus, that being the negative. So we can go ahead and stick it back in. One thing that I will also point out is the date of the battery is on the side of it. So as you see, this is August of 2024. And the one I took out, September of 2019. Everything is put back together, and you have to connect your ground back over there. Put your hot over here. I don't think I have any, but I have to go look and see. But last thing will be to spray some battery terminal connector on here. Is stuff in a small can usually. And the stuff is to prevent corrosion from building up on the battery. And so you just spray it. Ideally, you only really need to spray it on the positive, but I usually spray it on both positive and negative terminals, because most of the time you're only going to get the corrosion on the positive from the gases coming off of the battery. So everything is hooked up correctly. As you see, the lights on the interior are turned on. So I'm going to go ahead and crank it up and let it run for a little bit. And this one, the old battery, will go back to the store so I can get my money back, because the store that I purchased it from, they charge what is known as a core charge. Now that core charge is an additional fee that is over the cost of the product, and the reason they charge that is so that you are enticed to bring the old thing back so that it can be recycled and reused. So the $22 core fee that I had to pay for that, I'm going to take that back and get that money back for that. Time to start the engine, and had no difficulties cranking. One thing that I've done, this is actually the second time I've had to change a battery on this, and the first time I noticed that a lot of the settings on this vehicle are retained, so you don't have to go back in and reprogram everything. The climate control did kick on initially, but it kicks on with its default settings, and that's not really that critical to have to go back and reset. And also the radio has it's still got the program stations in here that I had. As you see, the clock has reset, but I'll reconfigure that back up. But everything else is working good, and the voltmeter is showing about where it should be showing, even with the Let's turn the lights off. Yeah. So it's showing where it should be showing, so everything is good. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave those down below, and I can be glad to assist you with your 2013 or 2012 or 2011 or 2010 or 2009, 2008, and 2007 GMC Sierra. Now, this same set of procedures would be the same for the Chevy Silverado, as well as, hey, oh, light's still on. The procedure is the same for the Sierra, the Silverado, the Tahoe, the Yukon, and the Suburban, and the Denali's of the GMCs for this same generation. So if you have any of those vehicles, this step is the same. Some of the stuff may look a little bit different, but overall, oh, and the battery number may be a little bit different, but overall everything else would be the same. All right, thank you for watching. Please be sure to subscribe.